Okay, y'all, it's been a while since we've done like a story time or whatever. So let's just get this crack-a-lackin', huh? Let's get this crack-a-lackin'. Okay, so in class on Friday, my two friends, Darnika and Sabrina, got into, like a little argument. Darnika said, oh, she said she was going to jump me with her friends after school. And then Sabrina was like, oh, I never said that. And I wouldn't need my friends. Y'all heard that? My voice cracked. I wouldn't need my friends to jump her, all that extra stuff. Oh my god, I keep falling. And she said she could do it herself. And I was like, oh, so they're both my friends, right? Oh my gosh, they're both my friends. So it's like, I don't want to pick a side because they're both my friends. So they start arguing in front of me, and then they both start asking me, Nevaeh, right? Isn't she this and this and this and that? I was like, why are y'all having me argue with y'all? I'm not picking sides. Y'all are both my friends. And then they kept on arguing, bro. And it was so annoying. Kept arguing and arguing and arguing. Darnika had a thing where she said she wanted to jump her with her friends. Sabrina said that she wouldn't need her friends to jump her, which I'm not gonna lie is kind of like, girl, you're being too cocky. Like, you haven't even never gotten a fight before. But anyways, y'all. And she was like, oh, I don't need none of my friends to jump her. I can do it myself. And I was like, baby girl, why are you telling me this? Like, I care. She was like, oh, because you're my friend. You're supposed to agree with me. And I was like, yeah, but I don't have to pick a side just because you're my friend. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's so annoying when your two friends are arguing and then they expect you to pick a side. Like, baby girl, I thought it was you two arguing. When did I come into play? When did I come into play? What do I have anything to do with this argument? Exactly, nothing. I have nothing to do with this argument, so keep me out of it. Oh my god. That story time went by a little fast. Now we're headed on to the next story time. So I have this other friend named Jay, and this is when Sabrina comes into play again. So they were arguing or whatever because I guess Sabrina said something about Jay. I don't really know what it was, but she said something, and I guess Jay didn't like that, so he was like, oh, this shorty keeps talking about me and blah 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 and all this extra stuff. And I was just like sitting there like, what the. And y'all, my school is the most dysfunctional school ever. Like, you could come to my school for a day and you would want to leave after 5 minutes of being in my class. My class is so dysfunctional, bro. There's nothing good that ever goes on. And our teacher too, bro. So, okay, guys, listen. I'm gonna tell you this, and I hope I don't have to say this again. But my real name, my middle name is Nevaeh. My first name is Princess. I know, I hate it. My dad picked it out. I hate it. I know. Okay, so my teacher, Mr. Reardon, had the balls to go, oh, Princess, come get your work. And I looked at him and I was like, what did you just call me? And he was like, Princess, that's your name, right? And I was like, yeah, but you know dang well that I don't like nobody calling me that because I told you and mainly you. And he was like, oh, lighten up. It's not that serious. And I was like, oh, you want to see serious? So I started ignoring him. And he was like, oh, so you're just now not going to talk to me? And I was like, obviously, do you see me ignoring you? And he's like, oh, but you're talking to me right now. And I was like, you know, nobody likes you. Like, you know, you're actually annoying. And he goes, what? And I go, yeah, don't, don't act like you didn't know that everybody hates you. And he was like, oh, do you want a detention? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I got a detention, so I went to the office or whatever, and my, like, the accountability teacher was like, oh, so what did you do? Da, da, da. And I was like, oh, the teacher called me by my first name. And she was like, and what's that? And I said my first name. And she was like, oh, but that's not that bad. And I was like, it's bad to me. And I told him, mainly him, that I didn't want nobody calling me that. Like, bro, seriously? Like, stop acting slick. Oh, I can get these coils. I didn't even realize that. Anyways. Bro, I'm not trying to put in the grappling hook. I'm trying to pick this out. Oh my god, whatever, you know what. And she was like, oh, but that's your name, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, but I told him, and mainly him, that I don't want nobody calling me that. And she was like, oh, okay, but it shouldn't have been that serious. All he did was call you by your name. And I was like, baby girl, do you know how serious that is? Do you know how much I dislike my name? Bro, it's like my parents could call me that. Yeah, sure. My grandparents, my great-grandparents can call me that. But in school, nobody can call me that. And everybody knows that nobody can call me that. If you call me that, you're literally asking for a death sentence. Like, you're asking for it at this point. And my teachers know that. But no, here comes Mr. Reardon. All want to be happy and joyful. When nobody likes him, bro. Literally, he's so annoying. If you guys came to my school and you saw Mr. Reardon, you would think he's annoying too. And also, when I was mad at him, he's just looking at me and smiling like a freak, bro. He's so weird. And he was like, what? I'm just staring. And I was like, you're being weird. Don't. And he was like, you see how she gets mad at me for nothing? I did nothing to her and blah, blah, blah. Calling me by my first name when you know damn well not to call me that is nothing serious. Oh my gosh. You're funny. You're so funny. I bet he does that to his wife too, which is annoying. Oh wait, what wife? What wife am I talking about? Oops, didn't mean to say that. Oops. Oopsie doopsies. Did I fall and I had to redo this? Oh my gosh. Oopsie doopsies. Maybe you shouldn't have called me by my first name. When I've told you how many times? Like 3 million quadrillion times that I don't want nobody calling me that. And what did you do? You decided to call me that? So guess what? I'm gonna hate you for all eternity. I'm trying to jump up here. This is... Anyways. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to jump down. My 2 story times are done, so I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna post another video today, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Yep, I love you guys. Bye.